What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572. Return a chance. Today's May 24th, 2025. We're gonna hop on and do a market watch. Today's market watch is mostly gonna be like some bulk that I found this past week. I did say I was gonna present to you guys some of this stuff so you guys could look through your bulk and see if you guys find some of these. And then we're gonna be ending off with some of the stuff on the market that's going up. We'll do some more of that later on. During the week, we'll do another market watch and look at the actual market, you know, like the meta market, the collector market, everything like that. But I wanted to present to you guys some of the bulk cards that have been going up in price so you guys could go find some value. First off, we have Vanilla. This is a common from Photon Shockwave. Some of these I know why they're going up, some of them I have no idea. But this one I know is going up because apparently this card is being teched with Yummy and Primite. Primite engine basically gets you into like the bunny, the Yummy archetype, and gets like full combo going on or something like that. And so that's why this card is going up in price. Was around like 50 cents, now pushing up to the dollar price point, $1.50 at the bottom of the first page. Let me know how you guys feel about Vanilla. We still don't have the Yummy archetype here. We're not getting that until August over here in the TCG. So we'll see if this card continues to stay at this price point the closer we get to that release, or if it's gonna come down. Again, only one printing on the market for this card. Next up, we have True King's Return. We did just have Masterpiece come off the ban list to, I believe, one it was. And so I believe that this card is one of those cards that's used to be paired along with the True King strategy. We have True King's Return Ultra Rares sitting around like $3-ish, but the common is the one that kind of surprised me because it is a common and it's actually worth something. So this one was sitting around like, let's say, like under $1, but right now we have it pushing up to $2, and then we have listings at $3, then go up to $5 on the first page. It's something you want to go take a look through your book for. It says if this card sent from the spell or trap zone to the graveyard, you can target one monster in the field, destroy it. You cannot activate the following effects of True Draco in the same chain. You can target one True Draco or True King monster in graveyard, special summon in defense position. Also for his turn, you cannot special summon. Their opponent's main phase, you can immediately after this card resolves, tribute summon one True Draco, True King monster face up. Okay, so that's not bad. So it pops when it's tributed or leaves the spell or trap zone, and it's able to special summon. So I guess it's not a bad tech in the True King strategy. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about True King's Return, if you guys can see it continuing to go up in price or coming back down. I'm pretty sure it's going to come back down, so I would sell while the hype is up for these cards. Red Eyes Wyvern, another card I found of value. We have other rarities available, but the one we're going to look at is the common one, since they're all basically worth above $1. So we have $1 right here, $1.46 right here being the lowest listing. We have $2.20 from Astro Pack. We have Joey's World Commons at $3. And then we have Legendary Duelist Commons sitting around market price $3, it says. So definitely something you want to go look through your book for and see if you guys find. Maybe offload some of these and get some value out of them. Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drone. This is one that I've actually been selling a lot of recently. I found like a whole stack of them, and they've been selling for like $2 to $3 a piece. We have super rares being the highest rarity, but the ones we're focusing on is the commons, because these are probably the ones you have in your bulk. It is sitting at $2.50, $2.50, $3, $3.14, $3.18, $3.48. So a $3 common basically. Something you want to go dig for your book. See if you guys have some. These are from the 2019 Ghost Sarcophagus Megatins. And I know Sky Strikers are getting some more support. I think they're getting like a new monster, Link monster, coming out later on this year. So I'm pretty sure that people are hyped about that. That's why they're picking up Sky Striker stuff and why this card is up in value. Only has 2 printings as well. Mischief of the Gnomes, I've noticed, was starting to go up a little bit. We have it still sitting under $1 for these copies right here. Destruction Deck Machine Reactors look like they're above market price. Well, we have one listing at 49 cents. Let's take a look at them. Yeah, it looks like they're starting to reach the $1 price point for Mischief Gnomes. The reason I'm bringing this card up is because it's actually a pretty good tech in the format. If you're able to get this card into the graveyard with something like Tier Elements or like what is it? What else? The Vampire Zombie XE monster could dump cards into the graveyard too. Maybe this could go in there. Basically, if you run a deck that dumps cards into the graveyard and able to get this into the graveyard, you could lock out your opponent, sort of floodgate-ish, with Raizio needing to go into rank 4s, with Mitsurugi needing to ritual summon. This card could come in handy. It says this turn reduce levels on monsters in each player's hand by 1, even after they are summoned or set. So Raizios would be like level 3. You could banish this card from your graveyard. This turn reduce levels on monsters in each player's hand by 1. Even so, it has the same effect. You could use it on the field or in the graveyard, which I think can come in handy against the Raizio Mitsurugi strategy. I don't think it really hits Malice that much, but if you're looking for a tech that you can maybe turbo out, if you're running something like I said, I used to run this in my tier element build. I used to try to dump it in the graveyard with like the horse package. Was another deck I was the other engine. The Shizu cards, I used to run the Shizu cards too, so you were able to get this into the graveyard pretty easily. Yeah, it just was a good little tech to go against. I think I was using it to go against sprites, because sprites needed to be level 2 to be able to go into their rank 2 monsters. But yeah, not a bad tech. Let me know how you guys feel about Mischief of the Gnomes. Gozuki, the commons are the ones we're focusing on. Looks like we have 2 commons. OTS Tournament Pack 6, our lowest listing at $2, and we only have 12 listings on that one. And then we have the commons from Structure Deck Zombie Horde. These are $2.75, so they'll go dig through that bulk if you guys maybe opened up some of the zombie structure decks or the OTS Tournament Pack 6. Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. I believe we just got announced some Evil Hero support or Mass Hero support? I'm not really a hero player, so I'm not really sure how they work. But I believe that you could run Shadow Mist in both hero decks, because it says you could add 1 change quick play spell card from your deck, and I believe max change is a quick play, right? And mass heroes use mass change, so yeah, I think that's why it's going up in price. If I'm wrong, correct me down below. I don't always know everything. I just try to think out loud and predict why things are going up. But this comment from Legendary Hero decks is at $226, $227, $250, basically reaching the $3 price point. So maybe something you want to go dig through the bulk for, and dig out, maybe sell off. We have the super rares. These are actually down in price. I remember these being up to like I think $5 to $6 at one point. But looks like right now these are at $3. But the ones I wanted to present to you guys is the common ones, because those are common and it's something you might have in your bulk if you open up the Legendary Hero decks. Abyss Soldier, another common we're going to be taking a look at. Looks like this card only has how many printings? 1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is a video game promotion. One of them is a rare. And then we have the dual terminal, and the common right here is at 27 listings. Again, if you guys maybe have any idea why it's going up, let me know down below, or why it's worth something. Maybe it's only because it's an old card and people just want to have it in their collection or something. These are $3, $3.46, $3, $3, $3.31. Maybe it's used in a pass format. It says once per turn you discard 1 water monster to your graveyard and target 1 card in field, return in a hand. So not bad. I guess like if it's used in like a pass format, it has a pretty good effect. It's like a removal. Yeah, it could remove something off the field. But yeah, it's a common. It's worth like $3, so go dig through that bulk and see if you guys find some. We have Dark Sage. This is how many printings does it have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 printings of Dark Sage. The common is the one I did find some of in bulk. So let's take a look at the common right now. Looks like this card is at $7.33, $7.36. Mine haven't sold. I still have mine at $5 if anyone wants to go pick those off. They are moderately played. I'm not gonna pass off moderately played for lightly played. I don't do that. I'm pretty strict when it comes to selling cards. So if it has like even a scratch or something, I mark it as like lightly played. If it has smudges and stuff, I'll go with moderate. If it's more damage than that, I'll go with damage or heavily played. But yeah, I'm pretty strict on how on like the condition of the cards, and that's just because I know some people in the past have sent me cards that aren't really like near mint, and they're more like lightly played or moderately played. I just feel it's better to keep my when I sell cards, it's better to keep like a certain level of I guess a certain standard. Well, let's call it a certain standard of how I inspect, how I list certain card conditions. But yeah, we have this right here at $7, $8, and we have the moderately played, which I have listed for $5. Something to go look through your book for. Maybe sell off if you guys have some dark sages. This is a comment, by the way, so it's always nice to see comments worth something. We have ultra rares like at $17. It looks like market price 33. These are all worth something, but yeah, the common right here is at $7-ish. So something to make note of. Moon Mirror Shield, we have commons right here at 65 listings. These are actually worth above $1, $1, $1.10, $1.33. We have a lot of damage and moderately played, but we have one near mint at $1, then they go up to like $2. So something to work, something that's worth looking through. We have rares also. These look like they're also $1, but the common is probably the one you guys have most of in bulk. Maybe this one actually too, the 2016 Megatin pack, because Megatins are one of those things that people open up a lot of. So maybe look for this one as well. This is at 52 listings. Looks like these are above $1, trying to reach a $2 price point. So another card that you guys might want to look into. This says, if this equipped monster battles your opponent's monster during damage calculation, the equipped monster attack defense become equal to the attack and defense whichever is higher of the battling monster, plus 100 during damage calculation only. If this face-up card sends from the field to the graveyard, pay 500 life point, place this card at the top or bottom of your deck. So I remember this card was being teched with like I think it was like Fossil Dino or some sort of like Floodgate. If your opponent, if you have like a Floodgate on the field, you would equip this onto the Floodgate so it could be so you could prevent it from being destroyed by a battle, and it just prevents like it just causes your opponent to have to find a different way to get that Floodgate monster off the field, like Fossil Dino, Inspector Board, things like that. So it's kind of annoying to deal with. So I think that's why it's maybe worth something. Avenging Knight Parshat looks like it's at 13 listings for the common, and this card is actually worth like $10. It looks like we have listings that Marley played $10, likely played starting at $11, $11.74, $11.99. $12.79, then to go up to like $15-$16 after that for a common. This from Legendary Collection 5Ds. I would definitely consider selling off some of these because you could actually get like the super rare for almost the same price, but it looks like the super is only at 4 listings, so something you might want to look into right here. Moray of Greed looks like we have common versions above $1 as well. We do have super rares and ultra rares for people who want the higher rarity, but it looks like these commons are at like $1, so also something you want to look through bulk for and maybe sell off if you opened up any speed duel packs, Stardust Overdrive, OTS Horn Pack 11s, or Structure Deck Realm of the Sea Emperor. Next up, we have Statue of Anguish pattern, and I know this card was a little bit more hyped up when the what is it, Odeon cards came out, the Odeon archetype came out, but right now it looks like they have came down a little bit in price, but are still worth something. We have Statue of Anguish pattern commons from Cross Souls. Looks like they're around $2-ish, and then looks like the 2016 Megatin commons are at $3.49. So go dig through that bulk. I don't know if they're gonna go back up to like the $7 price point that they were at one point, but it is still a common that's worth above $1. So I think that's still a good thing in my opinion. Tenia Spirit of Sahara. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Only at 21 listings for the common. We do have the ultra rare from Dual Overload. That's worth like $1 or $2. If you guys are running Tenia stuff, I would probably go for the ultra rare. But these commons are becoming some sort of like value. We had this sitting around like 30 cents, but are pushing up to the $1 price point. We did get Tenia support in the, what was it, Supreme Darkness set. Hasn't really done too much, but I could see it maybe making a comeback someday. I know Sword Souls are one of those decks that have been car crap, but they were a good deck at one point. Who's to say they won't get like more support in the future? So I could maybe see Tenia doing something, but for now I would try to go find some and maybe be ready to offload them in case they do start going up even more, because they're only at 21 listings right now and they were at 30 cents. Wind Up Factory looks like it's going low on listings for the common. We only have 12 listings for this card. It says once returned, if an effect of a Wind Up monster is activated, you can add a one level 4 or lower Wind Up monster from your deck to your hand. So I guess it searches. That's why it's going up. These were at 25 cents. Now at 12 listings, we have one listing that I found. It's damaged though, but it is at $2. Then we go up to $3.18, $4.19, $4.99, $5. I always try to be like the lowest listing on the market. Yeah, if you guys ever want to buy from me, I try to give you guys the lowest price. If you guys follow me on Instagram at ReturnedChan, you guys could also message me if you guys see a card I have on my TCGPlayer store. You guys could talk to me personally, and we could do a transaction on Instagram instead of doing it off TCGPlayer. I'll probably give you a better price than TCGPlayer, because TCGPlayer has to like take off fees and all that. I'll give you a better price on Instagram. I'll hook you up. But yeah, Wind Up Factory, a common that's worth like $2-3, something that worth digging for. We do have the super rare that's up in price at $7, but the common is the one we're taking a look at today since we're going through bulk. Livestream Dragon only has 3 printings. We have the common at 13 listings, so it's getting bought out. We have it also above market price. Looks like this card is at $5.74, $5.75, $5.98, $5, and then going up to the $10 price point. At the bottom of the first page says when this card is synchro summon, you can make your life points become 4,000. Any effect damage you take becomes 0. If this face-up card in the field would be destroyed, you can remove from play one equipped spell card from your graveyard instead. So let me know how you guys feel about Livestream Dragon. If you have any info on why it's going low on listings and going up in price. Yeah, any information on this is welcome, because I have no idea. I just noticed it was a comment and it was worth something. Machine of Force. I actually sold a lot of these over the past couple weeks. I did find like a good stack of these. I think I found like 20 of these in bulk. But we have comments right here that are worth something. 41 listings, and we have 43 for the Machine of Mayhem. I guess this is the okay, this is another Machine of deck, Mechanized Madness. We have Yu-Gi-Oh's World Secrets being the highest rarity, but the one we're going to be taking a look at are the comments. 41 listings. We have these at $2-ish, $2.50, $2.59, so climbing up to the $3 price point. And then we have these other ones from the other structure deck, also climbing up to almost a $3 price point, $2.50, and then they hit $3.90 at the bottom of the first page. So, these are heavily and damaged, so we don't hit a lightly played for these until we hit like the $5 price point. So definitely something worth looking into. I think I found these right here, and I was selling them for like $3 a piece. Or which ones did I find? I forgot which ones I found, but yeah, I was selling them. They were selling pretty hot these past 2 weeks. I think I only have one left in the bulk stuff that I found. Elemental Hero Flare Neos. Looks like we have the common at 51 listings, and it's above $1, so that's why we're taking a look at it. We have moderately heavily played. And then we have our first lightly played at $1.88, so a $2 common. Go thick through that bulk. This card says, why is it effect not showing? I don't even know what this card does. It says this card can only be special summoned by turning above cards on your side of the field, so you contact fuse with them. It says this card gains 400 attack for each spell and trap card on the field. This card returns to the fusion deck during end phase, so it kind of sucks, but maybe it's for like collection purposes. That's why it's worth $2. Let me know down below. Soprano, the Melodious Songstress, is another card that I found in bulk that was actually selling really good this past week. We only have 11 listings on the common from the 2016 Mega Tins, and then we have 22 listings for the commons from Cross Souls. So these are like $2 a piece. The tin versions are like $4 a piece. Looks like the lowest listings at $4. And then we have Star Pack commons as well at $4. I believe that Melodious... let's see. Let's look at Melodious cards. I know it was a deck that was doing pretty good. I haven't really seen too much of it in the meta, but I know it was doing pretty good for a little while. Melodious. So yeah, one thing I did hear about Melodious is that it was I think you were able to run Ryzeals with Melodious, just because I think Melodious has like some level 4s, level 4, level 4. Is that it? Or am I tripping? I could have sworn I saw like a Ryzio Melodious build that did good, but I could be wrong about that. Melodious was just one of those decks that um was actually doing good before like the Ryzio and the Malice cards came out. So I think it's I think that's why maybe it's getting bought out just because people are gonna be trying it out again. But I could be wrong about that. Let me know down below. I just noticed it was one of those comments that was like really low on listings and up in price. But if you have more information about Melodious cards, let me know down below in the comments. Gigabyte we have at 21 listings for the commons from Dark Revelation Volume 2, and then we have the commons from Ancient Sanctuary at market price $2. Not sure why this one's going up. Maybe it's just a collection piece, but if you have information, let me know down below. I'm just bringing it to your attention. Megazowler from Legendary Collection Joey's World. I believe this card only has one printing. And I know some dinosaur decks use it because of the Earth attribute and it being level 6. So you're able to go into like Lars with it. But you're also be able to go into like other plays being that it's at Earth. This card is at $567, $568, $473, $7. So it is a common that's worth something. I know I have another dinosaur somewhere in here, but we'll get to it right now. We have Eye of Timaeus. The commons are worth like $2. Commons from Legendary Dragon decks, not the reprinted ones, are worth $2 as well. So something to look into. Where's the other dinosaur? Dark Magic Expanded is starting to go up in price, starting to reach that $1 price point. I did find some of these in bulk, so something you might want to look into. I know this card was a little bit hyped up because we are getting some new Dark Magician support. I think it's like a Dark Magician Tactical Tri deck that's coming out. And we're getting some new cards that basically are able to help you turbo out Dragoon. So I think a lot of Dark Magician stuff is going to start to disappear off the market. But yeah, this was one of those cards that started to go lower on listings and up in price. But it looks like right now it's settled down and back to like the dollar price point. So I would say just to dig these out and maybe wait for them to go up again. Here's the other dinosaur. We have Sword Arm of Dragon. This one is also Earth. Why isn't it full screen? This one's also Earth. Dinosaur Monster, level 6, along with Megazowler. This one's $8, 27 listings, $8, reaching $10 price point. So something worth looking into. If you guys maybe opened up some Legendary Collection 4s, you might want to dig through bulk and see if you guys have some of these because it's worth like a good amount. Another tinning card that's starting to go up is Shaman of the Tenny. Looks like it's only at 23 listings for the common version. It's almost the same price as these ultra rares and prismatic secret rares. If I was building this deck and wanted to buy and go in on some cards, I would go on like the higher rarities right here, since they're kind of the same price as this common right here. But if you're trying to dig through bulk, these commons are actually worth something, so I think they're worth offloading. These were at 67 cents, but now pushing up to like the $2 price point. So go dig through that bulk and see if you guys find some of these. Maybe offload them while the hype is up for these, and maybe pick some of these up instead because these are higher rarity than this one. Lavier the Sea Dragon for the common. Let's take a look at it. I know this card was in the Rarity Collection set if I'm not mistaken, but the commons right here from Legendary hero decks are at $2, so something you might want to offload before they start coming down in price, because I think it was in the Legendary Collection set, so it should be in other higher rarities, right? Comes with Platinum, Quarter Century Secret Rare, Ultimate Rare. Yeah, I would offload these commons right here. Raigeki Break is one of those cards I wanted to look into because it did not come out in like the Rarity Collection sets. So maybe it's a card that might go up in price later on. We have Super Rare being the highest rarity. It looks like we have the lowest listing at 1086. Then after that, we only have commons available that are all worth like $1 each, basically. So let me know how you guys feel about Raigeki Break. Do you guys feel like in the future we'll get another Rarity Collection set and have Raigeki Break in there? Because it's a pretty important old school card, I want to say, in my opinion. But I would offload the commons before before Konami gets a chance to reprint this and like 7 other different rarities or something like that. Gyaku Gyre Panda looks like the commons Oh, they're all common actually. Common, common, common. Yeah, every version of Gairy Panda is worth something. We have the Dark Crisis Worldwide English at $4. We have Dark Revelation Volume 1 commons at $3. We have Dark Crisis at like $3 too, and then we have the Dark Crisis 25th Anniversary editions at $5. So go dig through that book for Gairy Panda because they're all worth something. Barry Statue of Torrent. I want to specifically take a look at the OTS Tournament Pack 4. This card is always like coming in and out of the format. I want to say. I remember the last time it was used was when Flunderies got the Windberry statue hit, and so they switched to this one because they were able to normal summon this. Are they able to add it to the hand? I don't think they can add it to the hand, but I know they can normal summon this. And yeah, it's one of those. I think also, Mermails are able to bring this out somehow, right? Correct me down below if I'm wrong, but I believe Mermails are also able to bring this out. 19 listings for the OTS tournament pack 4 commons. These were sitting around $1, but now pushing up to like the $2 price point, trying to make its way up to $3 is something worth looking at. We do have another common right here that's sitting under $1 from Cyberdark Impact. And then we have the maximum gold rares at 47 listings. Looks like these are pushing up to like $1. But the one we wanted to focus on is this one because it's reaching the $2 price point. Number 7 Lucky Straight from Star Pack 2014 has 3 different printings. We have the Secret Rares, which are 48 listings. These are looking like at $5-7. Star Foils at $5-ish, but we also have commons right here at 12 listings, reaching the $5 price point, $6, $7. Doesn't have that good of an effect, but it's a rank 7, kind of a generic rank 7. 3 level 7 monster. You could detach 1 XE material from this card, roll a 6-sided die twice, and this card's attack becomes a larger number, roll times 700. Then if the total roll was exactly 7, you can apply one of these effects, send all other cards on the field to the graveyard, so not bad. But you do have to get lucky. Special summon 1 monster from your hand or from your graveyard, and then it says draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards. So how do we get that? Draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards. Then if the total roll was exactly 7. Oh, okay, so it's not that bad. You're plussing on it either way. You definitely want to get like one of these effects to go off if you roll a 7. But you're still gonna get the attack boost no matter what. We'll see how this card does. If it's maybe teched in like something like Regenesis, which could bring out level 7s or Cashteros. I mean rank 7s or Cashteros also that could bring out rank 7s. I doubt it's gonna see too much play, but it's something, right? It's a rank 7. It's generic, but yeah, it's worth $7 for a common. So go take a look at your book and see if you guys find some of these. Test Tiger, we did have it get reprinted in the Bonanza. Core Century Bonanza set, so as a platinum and Core Century secret rare from there. But we have ultra rare secrets, ultras, and this common from Raw Yellow Mega Pack being worth something. 40 listings, and this card is at basically $5-ish for the common version. We have 401, 372, $5 right here. So yeah, like $4 to $5 for this Raw Yellow Mega Pack version. So go dig through that bulk if you guys opened up Raw Yellow Mega Pack. See if you could offload some of these. Artifact Lancia has a couple different printings from the Rarity collection, but this OTS Tournament Pack 4 one is only at 13 listings, which caught my attention. We have this at basically $1, $1.55, and then $1.49, $2.99 at the bottom. So only a couple listings left under the dollar price point. Then they go between like $2 to $3. So if you guys maybe have some of these from OTS Tournament Pack 4, go offload them. Maybe you can get some sort of value from them, because this did come out in Rarity collection, so it has a bunch of different other printings that are worth under $1. So if you get more than $1 for this common, I think that's worth something. These OTS Tournament Pack, I'm not OTS. These 2015 Megatin versions also look like they're low on listings. 20 listings for a common. So something worth looking into as well. Muddy Mud Dragon has 2 printings. Both of them are worth something, but the common is the one that caught my attention. 38 listings on the market, and it looks like this card is at 145, 149, 153, starting to reach a $2 price point. I think Mud Dragon is one of those cards that could come in and out of the format. I remember some people used to use it to like turbo out Dragoon. Um, but yeah, it's just a generic way to like. It's one of those combo pieces that could either come in and out, um, and it could be used for like different things. We don't have a deck currently in the meta that could take advantage of Muddy Mud Dragon, but I could see in the future maybe Muddy Mud Dragon coming back and being one of those combo pieces that is could help a deck extend or like end on like a Dragoon or something good. Let me know how you guys feel about Muddy Mud Dragon down in the comments below, and if you guys think it's a good tech that decks could run in the future. Mystic Walk, we have the commons from Ancient Sanctuary. Looks like market price for these are like $2. We have commons from Rise of the Dragon Lords, the structured deck. Looks like these are almost $2 as well. And then we have commons from Dark Revelation 2 at 13 listings. Looks like these are at $2.50. So go dig through that book, see if you can find some Mystic Walks. This one says offer one monster. This is old card text. Let's go to updated card text. Which one's the most recent one? Is it this one? Offer one monster. Nope, that's not the most recent one. Tribute one monster. Okay, we used to say offer. Tribute one monster on your side of the field and select. Oh my god, how far we have come. We have to we probably need an update on this card. Tribute one monster on your side of the field and select its attack or defense. Increase your life points by the same amount. Okay, not bad, right? It helps you gain life points. Old card. It's just I guess it's one of those cards that's hard to get your hands on since it's that old, and that's why it's up in price, being worth something. I found like 3 of these in bulk somewhere. I forgot what I got rid of them for. I think it was like $1 or something, but it's value, right? Karma Cut, looks like we have commons right here from the structured deck Dark Emperor, being worth like $3. So that's something you want to dig through your book for. We do have other printings, but the common being at $3 over the secret, over the platinum secret, over the rare, and over this Chorus Sentry too. That's something that's worth looking into, and maybe offloading, because I could see the Chorus Sentry going up in price more than this common version. These commons are $3.75. The Chorus Sentry is like $1, $4. Yeah, this is definitely one of those cards you probably want to pick up, this Chorus Sentry one, and then offload the common ones, because I could see this definitely being way more than the common, way more than the dual terminal, way more than the super rare later on. Summon Breaker, also another card that is common that's worth looking into. It's also Floodgate. During your main phase 1, if the turn player successfully conducts their third summon of a monster this turn, it becomes the end phase. So your opponent is gonna have to go into battle phase and do stuff in main phase 2, so it saves you for a turn if they want to combo off. If they choose to try to summon in the main phase, they're gonna have to end their turn if they go into like the third summon. So it forces your opponent to have to go into battle phase and then go into main phase 2. I could see this maybe being used in something like Tenpai Dragon, because Tenpai Dragons don't really need a summon during the main phase. They could do everything during the battle phase. So Tenpai players, let me know how you guys feel about Summon Breaker. This card is at $1, $1.38, $1.43. And then we have the other comments from 2014 Megatens also being worth like $1, $2 basically on the first page. Yeah, just a good I want to call it summon limit at home. Toon Dark Magicians, looks like they're the commons are worth like $5-ish. We have commons from the Speed Duel decks at $9.74. I actually have one of these somewhere over here in my stack of inventory, so I might dig it out and pull this out and probably sell it off, because it's gonna basically pay for the Speed Duel what do you call it, structure deck that I have in there or whatever, speed duel pack. Then we have super rares at $5, super rares at $5, ultra rares at 20 something dollars, only 18 listings. But yeah, these commons are the ones you want to look into. Go dig through that book, see if you guys can find some from Legendary Duel Season 1 or the Speed Duel decks. Herald of Orange Light, I think this is teched in what deck? What deck is this being teched in? Let me know down below. But the structured deck Wave of Light commons look like they're around $2. These Turbo Pack Booster 7 around $2. And these are above the rare. I would expect the rare to be more than the commons, but looks like the rares are only at 25 cents compared to these commons right here. So definitely offload these if you guys can. Get some value out of them. Dice Jar looks like it only comes in common. We have Pharaonic Guardians at $3. We have Dark Beginning 2 commons at $3-ish. And then we have Joey's World commons at $3. So if you guys have Dice Jars, go dig through that book and see if you guys could get rid of these. Could I see this maybe getting reprinted? I don't know. It's not as popular as like Morphing Jar or like Morphing Jar number 2 or things like that, Cyber Jar, but I don't know. It's a jar card, right? I think that's why it's up in price. Maybe people are adding this to their like jar collection. Wind Witch Glass Bell, the OTS Tournament Pack 8 is actually worth something. We have it at 31 listings. Not really sure why. I never saw this archetype do anything. Maybe it did something before I started playing again. Let me know down below if you guys have any memories or have any info on the Wind Witch archetype or what it did before. But it is at $139 for the common, $140, $150, $163, making its way up to the $2 price point. So go dig through that book and see if you guys find some of these Wind Witch Glass Bells. We do have ultra rares from Raging Tempest at $2, so almost the same price as that common. Paleozoic Morella, we have the commons at like $1, and this is actually not a bad tech for some decks because it helps you send a trap card from your deck to the graveyard. And we have trap cards now that are pretty useful in the graveyard, like Transaction Rollback. We have Black Goat's Laugh. You can even send Mischief of the Gnomes into the graveyard with this card and have that Floodgate I was talking about for going against Raizio and Mitsurugi. So Paleozoic Morelia, $2 for the commons. Do I see it going up past $2? Maybe. We'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, it looks like these are all worth like $1 from the Invasion Vengeance and $2 for the commons from the Megatins. And then we have the OTS Tournament Pack 7 super rares. These are actually up in price. We had them at like $3-ish. Now they're pushing up to like $6, $7-ish on the first page. Only 11 listings on the market. So Paleozoic Morella, something worth looking into. Gatling Dragon, I have no idea why this card is up in price, but it is a common that's worth a lot. We have 4 listings for the OTS Tournament Pack 7. 1849 being the lowest listing. It says once per turn you could toss a coin 3 times and destroy as many monsters on the field as possible, but not no more than number of heads. That is crazy. $30, $38.76, $38.94. Not that good of an effect, but it's crazy how it's like so low on listings. Maybe people are collecting this card or something. That's why it's up in price so much. We have the Legendary Collection for Joey's World at $30 right here, $34, going up to the $60 price point. Only 5 listings. Then we have 18 listings on the Ultra Rare, 7 listings on the Ultra Rare right here, and 18 listings on the Ultimate Rare right here. But yeah, if you maybe have some of these in common in your book, you have some really good value in there. I forgot how low these were in price, but yeah, that's crazy to see a common that at that price point. We have DDD Marksman Kingtail going low on listings for his 2016 Megatin pack versions. These are at 8 listings, and we have this card at moderately played, basically like $5 with shipping. We hit near mint lightly played at $7.85, $10 right here at the bottom of the first page. I know we just got announced some new DDD support, so I guess people are picking this up in preparation for that. We have the rares from Crash Rebellion at 30 listings. These are a little bit cheaper. We have these at $3-4. I believe it's just hype that's pushing this card up. I'm pretty sure they will come down in price. More listings will be available, making the price go down. But yeah, just something worth noting if you guys maybe want to dig through bulk and offload some of these. I didn't find any in mine, but you guys might find some in yours. React and Dragon Ruler Pebbles. I know it got reprinted in the Rarity Collection Bonanza set or Stampede set, one of those. But it only came as a Platinum and the Core Sentry. So the only other versions available, I believe, are these commons that are at $3.98, $3.99, basically like the $4 or $5 price point. Let me actually take a look at that. I might be giving you guys wrong information. Let's go with best match. So yeah, it looks like, yeah, we only have 3 printings for this card. The Platinum, the Core Sentry, and this common right here. So I guess that's why the common is up in price and at this $5 price point. So go dig through our book, see if you guys maybe have some React and Dragon Ruler or Pebbles. Vitos, the Eruption Dragon. Vitos, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction. This is a secret rare from Phantom Nightmare. I believe it only has 1 printing, never got reprinted. It used to be like an $8 card, but it has been going up in price recently. 30 listings on the market. We have this at $18.74, $18.75, reaching the $20 price point. And I think the OCG is taking this card as a side deck card to go against like decks with like field spells. I think, what is that deck? Vanquish Soul just got a new field spell, and if you're able to pop this with the field spell, it kind of slows them down a bit. So I think that's how this card is being teched over there. And I guess some players saw that tech being used in the OCG, saw this tech being used in the OCG, and so that's why it's going up here. Let me know how you guys feel about Vitos, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction, if you guys think it's going to take off over here in the TCG as well. CXC Nash Knight. From Legendary Duelist Duels from the Deep, only has 1 printing as a super rare, and it was sitting around like 39 cents, but right now it's pushing up to the $2 price point. This is a tech that is also being used in the OCG along with the Canine archetype, because you're able to make Nash Knight, and then on the following turn I believe you're able to like Exceed summon this over to Nash Knight and kind of cheat another monster out. I forgot how it's used, but I know it's able to cheat something out. Let me know how you guys feel about CXC Nash Knight. If you guys could see this continue to go up in price the closer we get to the release of the Canine archetype. Salesman is also another card that's going up in price. The super rares from the 25th anniversary tins were sitting around like $1, $2 a couple weeks ago, but right now we have them pushing up to $3.39, $3.40, $3.65, $3.70, basically a $4 card. And the secret rares from the Battle of Chaos look like they're also pushing up in price. These were sitting around like $3-ish, $4-ish, but now we're at $14.50, $15.75, $14.99, $17.50. It says declare 1 card name. For the rest of the turn, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects of the cards with the original name as a declared card. The same restrictions apply to you, but for the rest of the duel instead of just a turn. So the way you use this is that you call out something like Drone Lockbird, maybe Nibiru, Ash Blossom, something your deck is like weak against that can mess up your plays. Cards like Nibiru and like Drone Lockbird are like floodgates that are high in impact. So I'm pretty sure that's the one that people are calling out the most. If your deck loses to Ash Blossom, let's say you're playing Branded, you would call out like Ash Blossom because you don't want to get your Branded Fusion hit with Ash Blossom. So I guess it's not a bad tech if you know what your deck is weak against. Let me know how you guys feel about Salesman. This is the highest price point I've seen Salesman at since it was released. Fantastical Dragon Phantasme has been talked about being a side deck card to go against Malice, just to get you into like more draws. Let me know how you guys feel about Phantasme down below, and if you guys think it's a good tech for the format. We still have a good amount of copies available on the market. We have secrets at like basically $1, $2. $2, but the highest rarity one being the alternative art quarter century secret rare is above market price. We have this at 1924, $20, $20, 21.50, and then 24.95. I remember buying this card for like around 14-15ish dollars, but I got rid of it for like around 15ish dollars because I wasn't using it. And right now it's going up to $20, so that's the highest I've seen this card reach. Let me know if you guys think it could go up even higher than that. Tuning, we have a couple printings for tuning actually, but the highest rarity is the quarter century secret rare, so that's the one I want to be taking a look at. This card was sitting around like $5ish, but we did get announced that we're getting a new Yusei Fudo like structure deck. I'm not sure if it's gonna have like starter support or maybe like junk support, so people are kind of anticipating both and getting prepared for both. 7 listings on the market for tuning. We have it now at $24.93, $24.99, $28.99, going up to like the $100 price point from there. It says add one synchron tuner from your deck to your hand, then send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. So it's a searcher, not once per turn. Something to make note of. So it could be used multiple times to search for different synchrons. We'll see what happens in the future if this card continues to go up in price, stays at this price point, or comes back down, depending on whether or not we get like junk support, synchron support, or maybe like starter support for the Yusei Fudo strategy that's coming out. Dark Fusion, this is a card that I believe it's worth picking up for the ultimate rare, since it's technically the highest rarity. We have ultra rares worth like $8 to $9. We have Dark Fusion secret rares at 18 listings. The speed through ones are like $10 $11. So it being like from having an ultimate rare printing that's almost the same price as D2 right here, I think it's worth picking up. We have this currently at like, give it some time to load, $8.90, $8.97, $8.98, $7.99, $9.40, $9.43, $7.50, and then $10. It says fusion summon one fiend fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects this turn. So not bad. Fusion summon one fiend fusion monster from your extra deck using, yeah, it's not a bad tech. I think heroes could use this or add this card somehow. But also it's kind of generic since it could be used in like decks that have like a fiend fusion monster. So I think it's worth picking up. Let me know down below how you guys feel about Dark Fusion, the ultimate rare in particular. Since this is at $10, these are at $10. So where was the other ones? The secret and the ultra rare are $10. So the ultimate, I don't know. For me, that's a no-brainer. I'm gonna pick some up. Next up, we have Assault Synchron. Like I said, we did just get announced that we're getting a structured deck for Yusei in sometime maybe this year, maybe next year. And so the Assault Synchron Quarter Century Secret Rare has been getting bought out. We still have cheap Assault Synchrons from Battles of Legend at 136 listing. Looks like they're around $2 to $3. So maybe you want to pick this up early before they start going low on listings too. But the Quarter Century Secret is at 11 listings now. We had this card being at $23-ish. Now we have it pushing up to $41.95, $45.99, $57, and then up from there. What price point do you guys see Assault Synchron going up to, coming down to? Let me know down in the comments below. Revolution Synchron is another Synchron monster that has been seeing some trend in the market. We have the Quarter Century only at 16 listings, but it is above a market price right here. So this Quarter Century used to be sitting around $30-ish. Now we have it at 42, 43, 46, 54, and going up to 60 from there. It says if you synchro summon a power tool monster or a level 7 or 8 dragon monster, this card in your hand can be used as materials. So you don't even need to summon this card to be able to use it as material. You could just use it from your hand, which is not a bad tech. You can only use the effective Revolution Synchron once per turn. If you control a level 7 or higher Synchro monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can send a top card of your deck to your graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. So it's a pretty good card. And then we have 2 printings from it. It did come out in the 25th anniversary tins. Looks like they're like $4 to $5, and then the secret rares from Duelist Nexus are like $9. Looks like it's above market price. So maybe you might want to go look into picking up these prismatic secret rares, since these are $8. It looks like $8.48. $7.50, $8. And then the 10 ones, technically Prismatic Secret Rare to me is a higher rating than Secret Rare. But how do you guys feel about that? $5, $4.50, $4.99, $6.44. Yeah, I would try to go in on these instead of these because these are above market price right now. XL Synchron Stardust Dragon, I think, is a core Sentry that a lot of people have been ignoring. Looks like it already started to go up in price. I remember these were around like $2, under $2, but they're starting to go up to like the $3 price point now. $258, $262, $341. And if we do get some usage support, I'm pretty sure this card will come in handy in that strategy. I'm not sure if we're getting junk support or starter support, but I'm pretty sure this will come in handy either way if we do get that starter support. Let me know how you guys feel about XL Starter Synchron, the Core Sentry Seeker, if you think it's worth picking up. Junk Warrior also going up in price for the alternative Art Core Sentry Seeker Rare. This is from Maze of Millennia. I believe it was the only Core Sentry Seeker Rare from that set, and that's why I thought it was a good card to pick up. I think around $13 is when we took a look at it, and I said it was a good pickup. But let's see, we have $20 for the past couple months, and now we have it shooting up to $43.01, $42.69, $44.95, $50 on the first page. How do you guys feel about Junk Warrior being at this price point? I honestly haven't seen Junk Warrior be used in like junk decks or starters decks or anything like that recently, but that could change maybe later on if we do get some junk support instead of like starter support. But this card also has a possibility of maybe getting reprinted in like other rarities, since I think this is the only artwork printing of this card, and then the other ones are like the regular Junk Warrior. Yeah, we only have that one being that rarity and that artwork, so I'm pretty sure this could come out as like an ultra rare secret rare just to make it more accessible to players, but I could be wrong about that as well. Let me know how you guys feel. Junk Berserker looks like it's up in price and low on listings. We have 18 listings for a super rare from Legendary Collection. I believe this is because of hype. We have the 273, 273, then we go up to 434 and starting to reach like the $5 price point. And then the other super rare, or is it ultra rare? The other ultra rare is at 17 listings from a String Victory. Looks like these are pushing up to like $5-ish as well, $7-ish. We have ultimate rares, we have ghost rares also for this card, but it looks like the ones that are getting kind of bought out are these super rares and ultra rares. Let me know how you guys feel about Junk Berserker. And it looks like last card on today's Market Watch and being Nightmare Incarnation Italy. This is one of those bulk cards that kind of just surprised me because I noticed that the secret rare was up in price. Market price at 77 cents, and the lowest listing is at 138. We have 51 listings for this card. It's actually not a bad little side deck card to go against Malice. It says level 9 monster you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can only use each of the following effects of Nightmare Incarnation Italy once per turn. If the total link rating of monsters on the field is 8 or more, quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand. So it could serve as a form of interruption to go against like Malice, because Malice puts out like what? How many link ratings? Let's say three. How much is that? Like 9, right? They could put up to 9 link rating. Of course, this is before they put out the new Addict Nister, the new Code Talker that negates, the new Access Code Talker that negates. Because then this will become useless because they're just going to negate this and banish it. If this card special summon where your opponent controls more link monsters than you do, you can send all link monsters on the field to the graveyard. So it's not a bad interruption to go against them. But let me know how you guys feel. It looks like this card did get some hype. It was sitting around like under $1, but now pushing up to like $152, $150, trying to reach the $2 price point. I'm pretty sure there's better techs out there like Chaos Sorcerer Lancia, but it's if you could pull it off, I guess it's fun, right? I was thinking about running this in my Gene Raider build just because it's a level 9, right? Yeah, it's a level 9 and it could protect them, and I could use it for like extending purposes. That's the only reason I would run this in that strategy. Other than that, I think it's kind of gimmicky, but who knows? If you could pull it off, you could pull it off, right? That's gonna be it for today's Market Watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.